What's going on, guys? And welcome back to the Galactic Explorers Podcast, Episode 8. We are now 5 weeks away from the release of No Man's Sky. So yes, the shivers. Today we have Mr. Craigie joining us again. How are you?
Hello, I'm very well. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you very much. And we have a newbie to the ranks.
Noob?
A noob. Yeah, you are literally a noob now.
Oh,
Yeah.
I feel privileged.
There you go then. Yes, a noob to the Galactic Explorers Podcast ranks, and this is
I
Kieran.
am the one and only Kieran MacDonald, yes. Hello. So, because I'm new, I'll do the obligatory, hi, I'm me sort of thing.
Yes,
So-
you will.
I will, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Basically, I am on every form of social networking, for a start. Known as Pixel Dragon on Facebook. I am working with Mr. Craigie here.
God, where did you get this guy, Ash? Man, seriously.
I know. I don't know.
Dude!
These Southerners are invading us.
Listen to him. Southerners invading him.
You're pretty much French, mate.
Pretty much French. All right, I haven't got a comeback for this. But yes, I'm a live streamer. I work on Facebook as well. I'm a YouTuber. I do all sorts of stuff. Pixel Dragon is the name. Go and search me up, or go through Mr. Craigie. I'm sure he can hit you up and stuff.
It's true.
I'll have all the links in the description below, guys. Anyway, so make sure you do check him out, follow him, all that good stuff.
I'm a nice guy, really. I don't bite.
Yeah, he's all right.
He doesn't. That's why you can't get any comebacks in.
Yeah, I'll just you wait. I've got a few.
I'll be waiting a long time.
A couple of days from now, he'll just message you on Facebook. I've thought of something.
I'll probably be asleep, won't I? I'll be middle at night.
No, I'm usually pretty sharp. I'm just recovering.
Okay. So,
Oh dear.
seeing that we are 5 weeks out, we've obviously got some more speculation to talk about the game.
Yeah.
As always, because, the people at Hello Games or Sony don't really want us to know anything about the game, which is fun.
Boo.
Which is fun when you want to talk about it. But yeah, so we'll start off, because we know there's going to be races in the game now, NPCs, different races and things. We know we have to have a reputation with that specific race to get certain unlocks, so to speak. So if you want to get a certain technology or get into certain buildings, you've got to have a certain level of reputation within that race. Now, I'm wondering, what do you guys think, that there could be possible factions within these races themselves? So maybe like a civil war going on within one race. And
That'd be quite interesting.
Yeah, and you could build up a reputation with one side, which affects, I don't know, a certain area space within that race's dominion.
I'm thinking they hinted at that though, didn't they? That there was going to be, I wouldn't say civil war, but they were going to put in sort of interaction between all the different factions. And, and all the different planetary factions as well.
Yeah,
as far as I understood it, but. I'm kind of hoping that you get involved with wars and stuff. That would be cool.
Yeah, I mean, we have seen plenty of big space ship battles, and that you can fly into that solar system and you can literally end up in the middle of a massive space battle, fending either for yourself or obviously for one of these factions, fight for one of these factions instead.
See, I think it would be more fun to just go Lone Ranger. I really do.
You really think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon.
Ooh, that's risky.
I mean,
because if you die, if you haven't saved it in a long time, if you die,
Yeah, no, that's fair.
you lose your ship.
It could end up costly, but having said that, as long as you know what you're doing,
Which
I don't
no one
think
does.
It would. No one does. Well, true story.
See, I'm quite liking the idea of being a sort of a space privateer and just sort of skirting around the fringes of these intergalactic conflicts and just picking off the weak ones and nicking the loot.
Oh, that'd be good.
Pirate.
Yeah. Just hanging around these big space battles right on the edge. Then
Yeah.
when someone gets blown up, you fly in and steal their cargo or whatever.
If I can get something that, you can get those LED scrolling message boards for the back of your car or something.
Yeah.
If I can get one of those for the back of my spaceship, that whenever I fly past and steal loot, and it just says yoink.
If you're live streaming, you got to have like one of those soundboards what has that button on it. Every time you steal someone's loot, yoink.
No, I think it would be more funny to have is it from The Simpsons? One of the characters, he always laughs, ha ha.
Yeah.
Yes.
You could just have that on a soundboard if you're live streaming it.
That would be great.
That would be good.
Is it Melvin?
Nelson.
Nelson,
yeah? Yeah, I think it's Nelson,
yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
Something like that. But yeah, that would be funny.
Yeah. I can just imagine that, especially if like you do spawn into one of these massive space battles and there's just loot everywhere and people getting blown up everywhere. You're just like raping that you're just raping that button. it'd be like when someone follows you on Twitch and you get the big sounds what pop up and everything. It'd be like that. It'd be like a big attack of that going on.
Craig, make it happen.
Do it.
I'm on it.
Get on their case.
I think I have got a soundboard somewhere.
We're going to have to end up live streaming this and putting soundboards in our live stream.
Oh no.
Nope.
I'm totally not planning this already.
It's already got the layout and everything.
So we've got the layout sorted.
I can't wait to stream the crap out of this game.
I know. My only problem with streaming it is because some of the distances between the planets. Because there is well, you say well, but if you, I'm not sure if you've read it, but one of the not reviews, but the written experience that they did on the IGN coverage, it said it took them 30 minutes to get from one planet to another.
Oh, blimey!
Holy
yeah! I mean,
sack.
you can upgrade your ship, obviously get faster engines and stuff. But obviously, I'm guessing this is from first starting the game, so
this is one thing that I've noticed. Like a lot of because you can get obviously the different levels of game.
Yeah.
Like you can get the standard edition, you can get like the collector's edition ones.
Yeah.
I've noticed that if you pre-order the collector's edition, one of the DLC packs you get in the collector's edition is an improved engine.
Well, you get the improved ship, don't you? You get
the that's if you order from a specific shop.
Well, I know you get it from the PlayStation store. If you,
I'd imagine it would be like a game in the PlayStation Store exclusive.
Because I know Game are doing it.
I pre-ordered it on digital off the PlayStation Store, and it does say in there, it says if you pre-order, you get the improved ship and 10,000 units, which is the in-game currency.
Ship starts with a hyperdrive.
Yeah.
Which would be
now
awesome.
Maybe I'm just, being an equalist and wanting everyone to start on the same page.
Yeah.
But if you're already starting with a hyperdrive, you're going to have a serious advantage if you want to race to the middle.
Oh, yeah.
Yes and no.
I presume. I mean, you have to, obviously, don't forget you've got to get fuel for this hyperdrive as well.
Yeah,
so
true.
If you spawn in an area where
there is no fuel.
Yeah, well, there's a very small amount. Like, if you don't forget that as well, this hyperdrive you can also upgrade, and you can get ships with bigger hyperdrives, so you can go further distances, like bigger jumps. So we will all start. I'm guessing we will all start off with whoever has got this upgraded ship.
Drive.
Yeah, we all start off with the basic and same drive. So even if you have pre-ordered it and things, and you do get it, you're not going to have an advantage over anyone else who also has it, I suppose. Unless you do spawn into a place where it's got like a massive amount of fuel to hand.
I think the best way they would do it is something like Elite Dangerous, where you have to, like in Elite Dangerous, you start with a Sidewinder, which is like the smallest thing you could possibly get in the game.
Yeah, I know.
It's utterly useless and has no firepower whatsoever. It can jump something like 6 light years.
It's shocking.
But it's terrible. But on the upside, with what you can do in the Sidewinder to make money, I mean, obviously this is going down the Elite Dangerous road, is you can upgrade all of its thrusters and boosters.
Oh, that's fine. We've talked about Elite Dangerous a lot.
Yeah.
So-
Well, for me, obviously, I all I've got to reference No Man's Sky 2 is Elite Dangerous and Freelancer.
Yeah.
Some people obviously play Star Citizen as well, or older space exploration games. So I have used it as an example a lot of the times.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm hoping they do it as a sort of Elite Dangerous-esque kind of way.
Yeah.
Where you start off with the basic ship, and say you get your pre-order bonus, which is an improved ship. Say you can't use it until you're, rank 5 or whatever.
Yeah.
And then when everybody gets to rank 5, their pre-order bonus unlocks, if you've got it.
Yeah.
Or you can buy it or download it
See,
off the store for whatever.
I think you get it straight away, but I don't know what happens if, say, you start off you have another account on your PlayStation, or you have another Steam account and you get it. Well, not another Steam, because if you got another Steam, you've got to buy the game again, haven't you? But another
it's bound to be
PlayStation account on your PlayStation. If you start playing it, then I don't know whether you get the DLC again.
No, if usually with PlayStation, if you've got 2 accounts,
Yeah.
and you buy the game on one account, you can access the game on the other account, but you won't get all the bonuses that the other account got.
That might be a good thing, because with me, because I'm going to be either streaming or I'm mainly going to be YouTubing it, but if I do decide to stream it as well, I don't really want to. I want to start from scratch with that version of the game, probably, so people can watch me obviously do it from the get go.
We should stream it. We should stream it together, and we should try and meet each other.
We should. Although, it would be quite cool actually.
I think if I could get hold of the game on launch, and we all started a stream on launch,
Yeah.
and did, a couple of hours streaming,
Yeah.
and tried to go to one place. Thing is instancing might be a little bit difficult, because obviously the game is procedural, so
Yeah.
it just generates.
Yeah.
You're never going to end up in the same area, possibly. So
No. And the planets are actual planet size as well, like Earth size.
yeah, or moon size, or
Oh no, they're
galactic size.
they're Earth size. I think all the planets are near enough the same size. I'm not 100% sure on that.
There's variation. There's a few.
There will be
few bigger ones, few small ones.
fluctuations. Yeah.
Which is normal.
But predominantly they are going to be Earth-esque size.
Yeah.
You won't get ones. I reckon you won't get like Jupiter size. Or
So it's like gas giants and stuff like that.
Well, they've said they're not going to be any gas giants in the game.
yeah, what they put into the game is things that will have a function in the game.
Yeah.
So there's going to be things like black holes,
Ooh. Okay.
but gas giants just don't serve as a physical. Because obviously, eventually stars blow up, don't they?
Yeah, they implode.
Yeah, but obviously, if this game's going to be a full-on simulation, these stars, if obviously a gas giant explodes, then that's a part of the game that's disappeared and it's gone forever. So if someone does want to discover that, it's kind of pointless putting the risk of the stars exploding at random.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Obviously, if you're in the middle of that solar system and then the star decides to explode, you're
You're
gone.
boned.
Yeah, exactly.
You are so boned.
So it's kind of. I mean, obviously, I know black holes technically are just mass destroyers of everything.
What a way to go, though.
Yeah,
Well, it crushed by
yeah.
extreme forces.
But that's why they're not
Implementing.
implementing certain aspects of reality in the game, so to speak.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Um,
So I'm just going to say now, put it on the record, that I am a little bit behind on the catching up of the No Man's Sky.
That's all good. I mean, when you meet Phil, he was on a hiatus. He was like hoping not to do it, but then he decided to do the podcast with us, so he had to catch up. But
I haven't done any of that, so
well, I mean,
here we go.
it is a game of like imagination, really. And obviously, you visually see all these things that happen, and they're amazing. But you don't really have a story to the game, so you have to make up your own story anyway.
I think that's where I struggle with Elite Dangerous, mainly because that was a heavily multiplayer-based game anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of hoping that they take a different tact with No Man's Sky, which is what they look like they're doing.
Yeah, I think the other thing with Elite Dangerous is it's not personal.
No.
It's very impersonal and it's very clean. I don't like. It's nice. Don't get me wrong. It's a very pretty looking game. when you get to like certain places and things. But
Oh yeah.
the fact that you can personalize like your ship and stuff, but you don't have that kind of feeling that you've left your mark on the world.
No.
Or
It just
anything.
seems a bit. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
You build a rank and then you get extra stuff.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Whereas I think with No Man's Sky, because you're going to be the only person who's ever going to see that more than likely. And the fact that even though you can name it and some may never even see it, hopefully you can look back at all your discoveries and you'll be saying, "Oh,
That'd be cool.
I remember when I saw that, and when I discovered that planet, or when I discovered that space
nostalgic.
rabbit." Yeah. So that would be so perfect, I think. I mean, it just mind blow. It just really does blow my mind. But getting back to the point, obviously, of factions within the game. So, say if you landed on a planet which is populated by one race, we don't know what the extent of certain missions are going to be like, or whatever mission thing they have system set up, or anything. But if they do have...
There's going to have to be, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, to some extent, like it might be like in Elite Dangerous, where they say we want you to export this
jobs, haven't you? Yeah.
Yeah, they want you to export this mineral to this place or whatever. But obviously, in Elite Dangerous, they also have like smaller factions within certain areas as well.
Yeah.
So, like, obviously, if you land on a planet where one person wants you, like, for all the same reason, if they want you to do one job, but it's going to affect your standing with another, like the darker side of the planet or something, it would be quite interesting to see what reactions happen if you travel from one side of the planet to the other, where it's mainly the opposite in reputation.
That's going to be interesting to see if they do it right and they get all the factions correct and all the missions are good.
Yeah.
Because you'd hate to jump onto a planet and go, right, I'll work for this faction, and then find the missions are not what you want to do, and then jump to the next faction and go, actually, they're the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a case of, I'm going to do... These guys seem really nice. Oh, they've got really big city. They've got really nice technology.
Yeah.
And, this really industrious. Yeah, I could work for these. They're going to pay me really well. You want me to kill what?
Excuse me?
Yeah. But it would be crazy, like, what... I mean, we know that the kind of policing service, like these robots that are on the planets.
Oh, the Sentinels.
Yeah, the Sentinels. We know they are completely neutral unless you have a wanted level. So, because they have implemented like a GTA-esque 5-star wanted level system. So that includes like shooting animals, destroying too much of the environment, because the environment's destructible as well. So
I mean,
if you do any of that kind of stuff, so if you go on.
If you deforest anything, or if you're on a habited, is that even a word? Inhabited.
Yeah.
There you go. Inhabited planet, and you go around destroying everything, then you're going to get murdered, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. And these Sentinels range in difficulty as well, because you get like the floating ball kind of Sentinels with weapons on them, but then you get these big like AT-AT looking things as well.
Yeah.
So
Craig's all juices are going crazy.
Sorry. Could you hear that from there?
Yes, I could.
Just salivating.
It would be interesting to see, like, because obviously they're completely neutral. So if you do like obviously a mission for one faction and then it affects the other one, it will have no bearing on these Sentinels. So I'm wondering what would happen if you do obviously do something and then you go to this opposite faction. Are they going to attack you?
I guess it depends on if they're in an allegiance. If they do allegiances as well as factions, which would be interesting.
Yeah.
If you pissed off one faction, because they're alliance, that would piss off that faction as well.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool to see.
Would be. I mean, obviously, I think other missions in Elite, are they procedure generated as well?
Yeah, they're completely procedural,
Yeah.
and they have influence on the 3 or 4 different factions.
Yeah.
If I remember rightly.
I'm guessing
I
like
can't remember they are
Yeah, I'm guessing like the missions will be procedural like in Elite Dangerous then. So more than likely you will come across 8 billion, which are completely the same, but they'll have like certain alterations in them in each one.
you'll get like repetitions of killed this,
Yeah.
say, pilot, but it'll be a different pilot.
Yeah, it's bound to happen in a game this scale. So,
Yeah.
but yes, I think for factions we've covered that area now.
I think we've killed that.
Yeah. So, going on to obviously your first day or whenever you get No Man's Sky, what do you reckon you're going to call your first planet, the planet that you spawn on? What do you reckon you're going to call it?
I'm going to have to go down the road of use the internet. Now, this sounds stupid, okay?
Name generators.
No, well, yes. Did you hear about the boat?
Boaty McBoatface.
Are you going to call it Planet Face?
Oh, Craig nails that.
That would be
Yes.
That would be classic.
I was going to name my first planet Planet McPlanetface because internet things are great.
In
It
homage.
just makes- in homage to Boaty McBoatface, which is now a smaller, less interesting vessel.
Impressive name as well. Have you heard what it's actually been called?
What, the boat?
Yes.
It's yes.
It's
No?
the Sir David Attenborough boat now, or whatever it's called.
Oh, yeah, they named it.
So that's what
after
I'm going to call my
achievement.
first planet.
What, the Sir David Attenborough?
Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm
McFrady.
actually. I'm going to be quite formulaic with my naming conventions.
Oh, okay. Gonna go down the whole Latin route kind of thing.
You're not far off, actually.
Oh.
I'm really into like the mythology and stuff at the minute.
Okay.
And
Santa
I've
Claus.
been doing I've been doing a lot of research on like Celtic mythology.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And obviously all like the Greek and Roman mythology as well. So obviously like a lot of our planets are named after the Roman gods.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, I was gonna go down the Greek route, so I'd have like Hermes or Zeus or Poseidon.
Sorry, Hermes just sounds like herpes.
And I'd then look at like different pantheons of deities from different mythologies,
Yeah.
and
That would be pretty good.
like different heroes and folk tales.
That would be quite cool, yeah.
The way I want to play it is obviously I'll be having my own story as my own character,
Yeah.
but I want each of my planets to tell a story as well.
Yeah. That would be quite
That's what that gives the game life, though, doesn't it? In its
Yeah.
own sort of right.
So
Especially in a
that's,
game like
that's
this.
what I want to do. That's
That'd be
what I
very
want to
cool.
do. I want to have just this big interactive story that
Not-
people can find.
Not Planet Face.
No,
Okay.
either that
Okay.
or I'm just going to call it, Wang.
Planet 1.
Wang 2.
Oh.
Planet Sausage Fest.
You got to do that if you come across one that's just, covered in dicks.
The faction of dicks.
Yeah. Dictopolis.
Dictopia.
Dick jokes ensued.
Space dicks.
But no, I want to have just this massive intergalactic mythological story.
Like a big spider web.
Yeah, and I think that's just going
Everything's
to be
linked
really
together.
cool. That's what I want to do.
I mean, you could have land on a planet what's like completely barren or like really fiery and devoid of life, and just call it like Hades or something.
Exactly.
Oh, that would be cool.
See, now you've got me thinking. Now I don't want to go down the planet
That's
face
it.
route.
That's it.
God damn it!
You've said
can only take your first answer.
It's on the internet now. It's on the internet.
It's on the internet now. It's ruined. I've ruined my life.
Yeah. Everyone's going to hold it
Oh,
to
well.
you. Everyone's going to be searching for Planet McPlanetface.
Well, that's if somebody doesn't get to it first. Bastards!
Let's be fair. There's 18 quintillion planets. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a few what are going to be the name the same thing.
Yeah, Planet McPlanetface. That means it's not going to be original. God damn it!
But then again, no one
tell
else is
you,
going to
though?
find it apart from you.
Will it
This
tell
is
you
true.
though? Like, if you go to name something, and the game turn around and say, "I'm sorry, there's already a planet with this name."
This is
really
already a planet
hope
with this
not.
name.
I mean,
Oh, that was
it might be distance related. So if it's within a certain distance, it'll say you got to change the name. But if you're like 100
Yeah.
million light years away,
Yeah,
it's gonna
Yeah.
allow you to do it because let's be fair. I mean, if the day ever does come where the game gets all the planets ever get named, there's not enough words in the English dictionary to.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
You'd end up with somebody rolling their head against the keyboard eventually, wouldn't you?
Pretty much.
There's no good names anymore.
More like just chucking the keyboard down the stairs and see what appears.
I've got a 2-year-old son. Here, son, here's a keyboard.
Play.
Mash letters.
See, I've got a cat.
Your cat's always sitting down or laying down, though.
Yeah. Well, no. Mine has walked across my laptop a couple of times.
Oh, okay.
Especially
usually when I'm trying to do something important.
Well, what you have to do is get a tin of tuna on one side, so when you're thinking of names for the game, the cat just walks across it. So,
see, I can see one of your planets being called Tiberius, Craig.
In memory of my... Well, not in memory. He's still
not
alive.
In memory of your... He's not dead yet.
Christ.
Oh, see, I think I probably end up... In all seriousness, I probably end up going down the route of game names with, like, memorable planets.
Like characters and things, or...
Yeah, obviously I play a lot of Final Fantasy. Like,
yeah, but you're not going to call a game Final Fantasy... Planet
No.
Though, are you?
Like, in Final Fantasy 14, obviously all the Final Fantasy games have got, like, a name of the area you're in.
Yeah.
So, Final Fantasy 7 was Midgard, and 8 was Balam.
And Isengard!
And so you've got, in Final Fantasy 14, there's obviously 2 current big areas, but the whole world is called Eorzea.
Okay.
So I just call a planet Eorzea.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
See, there's things I could do, but...
See, when you just said you were going to start naming them after, like, video game things, I was like, oh, welcome to the planet Pac-Man.
Yeah, I'm not that sad just yet. This is when I start running out of area names. It's like... Do you know what? I'll just call this Transformers. I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
This is the planet Optimus Prime.
Dogs 3.
This is the planet Ultra Magnus.
Here is
This
Batman.
This is
This
Arkham
is the
Asylum.
Welcome to the planet Arkham. Oh dear. But yeah, that would probably make more sense than Planet Face.
And this is the planet Alfred the Butler.
Paperboy.
Planet Double Dragon.
Yeah. Oh, Christ. I mean...
Planet Sonic the Hedgehog.
There is going to get to a point where you're just going to get fed up of naming things, I can imagine.
You just end up calling them like one.
I mean, I'm guessing when you discover an animal, it's going to come up with a name already.
Yeah, you'll have default presets.
Yeah.
You'd presume so.
So, obviously, even if you do get bored of them, you can just, press X or whatever button you're going to press.
Give it an exclamation mark just for originality and
Yeah.
then press go.
Winky face. But yeah, I'm guessing things like that can happen. So, I mean, they are having a language filter as well in the game, so obviously expletives won't be allowed.
Nah.
So I mean,
so I can't go along and no, I'm not going to go on a rampage.
He did say in the coverage on IGN on one of the videos that the version that they're showing off was the version that they're using in the test phase.
So it's like beta?
Yeah,
Alpha.
kind of thing. So the language filter was actually off, so he could have named it whatever he wanted to at that point. So, but everyone's guessing that they're going to completely reset the universe.
They'd have to do a game reset, wouldn't they? On the
Yeah.
servers?
So, but yeah, that's interesting. So it's nice to know what people are going to be thinking, and obviously, audience, you let us know what you're thinking of naming your planets as well. Put it in the comments down below. And let us know.
There's going to be so many people like, oh, I was going to use Planet McPlanet Face.
Yeah, it's like that's all you're going to see now in the comments thread. That was my idea, damn you.
Pretty much. We're just going to get absolutely raped with them. So, going on to this is probably the big question about No Man's Sky, really. Because it is one universe for all the players, I'm guessing I think the idea is going to be cross-platform for both PlayStation and PC, I reckon. Just because of the size of the universe. There's no point doing two universes for two separate people. Multiplayer. So,
Matchmaking, decent instancing.
We've been told that there's not a natural multiplayer in the game. So although we're all in the same universe, obviously, like you say, instances, finding someone is going to be pretty much difficult, to say the least. But there's a video surfaced up this week by Cobra TV. If you've not checked him out, which you guys must be crazy if you listen to this and not listening to him. He shared a video the other day where it's an interview with Sean, a video interview, so you can see him and listen to him talk and everything. And he actually says that there is going to be, or there is a normal kind of multiplayer experience, what you get in games today, in the works, and it will come out at a later date.
Oh, I'm interested.
Yes. So currently, and obviously I'm guessing on release, there won't be one, though we don't know how old that interview is. So that interview could have been last year and been working on that this past year, and obviously it'll be ready for release.
Yeah, be ready to implement the full game.
But as far as we know, going on that interview, it's going to be in the future after release. So that's all we can take away from it at the minute. Now, a normal multiplayer experience, I'm guessing, like you say, dogfights possibly.
Yeah.
Would they add in like an arena type thing that they did with Elite Dangerous?
That would be quite cool.
Possibly.
We did touch on this on the last episode or the episode before when I was asking like what other activities could you see in the game.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I remember.
Space racing.
Space race.
Mind blown.
My body is ready.
Yep. Space Grand Prix. Mm-hmm. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go, bitches.
That would be all I did. If you'd like come and visit this planet with me, I'd be like, no, I'm beating chumps in my really slow ship. Hang on a minute.
in my trailer ship.
In my
Can't
trailer
talk
ship.
racing.
Yes.
Stop inviting me to parties, damn you! I'm racing.
But the possibility that we are going to have like a multiplayer experience of some kind.
Yeah.
A more normal, like I said, a more normal experience, what you expect from a game, is very intriguing. I mean, some people will be happy about that. Some people won't be happy. But if it is going to be a separate thing to the game, so like you said, you have to go on it, and you go to the main menu and you go onto it like on Elite Dangerous. You don't just
Yeah, you have to select it.
Yeah.
See, I'm kind of hoping, especially for live streams, that they add in like a private lobby, almost like a private co-op, where you're able to go into the procedurally generated world.
Yeah.
And see the same planets, explore the same planets, and basically run around and wreak havoc with your friends.
I don't
like you. I mean, I'm not saying that they will add it because
Yeah.
obviously the game is going to be huge.
Yeah.
So, and the chances are that it's
I mean,
going to be
obviously,
hard to sync up anyway.
I'm guessing you're going to, whenever you log out, you're going to be left there wherever you logged out from. So obviously,
So it's got to be somewhere safe.
yeah, if you log in, and then you can just choose to like spawn wherever your friend is, it's going to kind of take away from that possible experience. Unless, like you say, they do a separate universe.
Yeah, like a co-op universe
Yeah.
instead of a single-player universe.
But then again, the team is a very small team at Hello Games. They're like a 10-man strong member team. So obviously, their only game as a company today is Joe Danger on the mobile phone. That is their only game as a company to date. They've come from separate companies before. I think Sean Murray came. I can't remember which company it was, but he worked on Burnout 3.
Oh wow, that was an awesome game.
Yeah,
I remember that.
and he worked on a few other games and stuff before Hello Games. But as a company, as a new company, the only other game was Joe Danger for the mobile devices.
So a man whose career is known for making cars crash is now responsible for a game based around space exploration.
At least you can say it doesn't stick to the same kind of thing.
No, that's entirely fair.
That's entirely fair, it is. But I mean, yeah, like you said, it was a pretty good game. I mean, cars being blown to pieces and smithereens, what's not to like?
There's got to be some amazing crash physics.
Yeah,
If they put in the actual Burnout crash physics, that's a gem right there.
How long ago was Burnout 3?
Don't. Don't.
2000 and...
No, don't.
What?
I don't want to feel old.
Craig, it's too late. You've only got a few.
2007.
You've only got a few weeks, haven't you?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
Burnout,
Craig.
Burnout 3. You're going 2007, are you?
I'm going. It's got to be in the late 2000s.
You're going 2007. Ash, do you wanna have a guess? I've got it on Google now.
2005.
Ash wins it. It was 2004.
Oh. Wow.
Wow, Craig, you were You were 19.
He's working it out.
Hang
You
on.
can hear the cogs going.
Just think, your whole number this year, okay?
I was 18. Shut up.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just... Oh, wow. That makes me feel really, really young. Holy hell. 2004.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah. Oh, kid. Jesus Christ. Yeah. 24 now. What's the year? 2017?
He's only a nipper.
I was 15. It came out. Come on. Numbers, maths, numbers.
Numbers. It's a Friday afternoon. I don't do numbers. Yeah.
If it's any help, it was September 2004. So,
Well, if you're 24 now and it was 12 years ago, you were 12.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember that game fondly. Very, very fond memories of that game.
I can't. That's how old I am. I can't even remember it properly.
You don't even remember? My days.
I remember cars smashing up, but I can't remember, like, in-depth certain tracks or anything like that.
Oh, I don't remember the tracks. I just remember how much carnage you could cause on a freaking crash junction.
It's just a blur of twisted metal and sparks and everything in my face.
Good time.
But yeah, so obviously with this multiplayer experience, what is mentioned then, more than likely there's going to be dogfight, like a dogfighting situation. I like to see other activities, so like space racing or what else could there be? Ooh.
Well, you could space race, dogfights.
Obviously, there's going to be a trading system.
A trade, maybe. That's actually a really hard question to answer when you think about it.
I mean, when you think of multiplayer games, you predominantly think either racing or shooting games.
Or sports. I suppose you could do like a sports thing.
But obviously, racing is supposedly a sport.
Racing is a sport, but I mean not more conventional sports like football. But I'm not saying football as a thing, but more conventional side of sports.
They need to team up with the guys that made Rocket League.
Oh, yes.
But then again, that's bringing into the fact that land vehicles, though, isn't it? Again,
no, you do it in space.
Do it in space.
Okay,
It's perfectly possible.
big floaty ball just flying off into the middle of nowhere.
It would work.
It's going to be basically like when
a
you're playing
small
football
round
when you're on the field next to your house, and someone boots the ball past the goals, and someone has to go and run off and fetches it. That is what's going to happen in this game. If they make space, like you say, they make Rocket League, someone's going to knock the ball, go flying, and because it's space, it's just going to keep going forever at the same speed.
No. This is why you need
it.
the ball is going to be like a round ship of its own.
Oh, okay. Basically, Top Gear style.
Yeah, it's no. It's gonna be space Quidditch.
Space Quidditch. I love this idea.
Oh,
Craig, again, why are you not making this happen?
Yes, Craig.
Clearly, I've missed an opportunity here, and I need to be a game dev.
Yeah.
You need to be a dev. Make it happen now.
Producer. You need to be a producer. You got all the ideas.
Yeah.
You're the idea man.
Yeah. Oh man, there's millions to be made here.
There is millions. We want a share in it, by the way.
You heard it here first on Galactic Explorers Podcast. Space Quidditch.
I'm gonna copyright that shit.
Well, no, you can't. Craig's got to copyright it.
Yeah, it's been recorded now. It was my idea.
It's Craig's idea, so you've lost the copyright.
My podcast, bitches.
You've got two options. You've got two options here, Ash. You can either keep this episode and not copyright it,
Right.
or scrap this episode and copyright Space Quidditch.
you're not willing.
I'll just cut out the bit that you ever said Space Quidditch. And
I'm
then
just going to keep saying
And then,
Space Quidditch now. I hope you realise. Like, every couple of minutes in this podcast, I'm just going to say Space Quidditch.
that's okay. I can work with that. You know, we're towards the end of the podcast anyway, so I know where to look. I'll just mute your audio completely, and I'll just say, "Oh yeah, what about Space Quidditch?"
Space Quidditch.
Oh.
Space Quidditch.
He's just going to record a little snippet
Yeah.
and just put it in there.
So,
Yeah,
like,
sod you.
completely talking about, what else could we think about? And then there's like a really serious voice clip added on
Space
to the end.
Quidditch.
Space Quidditch. At the
Space
end,
Quidditch.
just forced in there somewhere. It's touching.
But yeah, you
touching.
can't really add much more as a gameplay thing in the multiplayer, like shooting, Space Quidditch, Space Quidditch, racing.
Paintballing.
No, that falls under the shooters.
Yeah. That could
can't-
be how you'd work, like, so you wouldn't actually blow up your ships. You'd
Yeah.
have, like, paint cartridges.
What's that one on Wii where it's kind of like paintballing?
Oh, Splatoon.
Splatoon, yeah.
Splatoon.
That would be quite cool, especially with like the graphical style that No Man's Sky
That game is awesome.
I haven't played it, I've just seen like videos of it.
Oh, well, I had a Wii U, and
Boo!
Wii U is an awesome machine. You shut your face. Shut your face.
Actually, yeah, I'm with Kieran on this one.
The Wii,
such a
the
good
machine is
machine.
good, it's just the bloody controller, it's awful.
And it didn't have the support, unfortunately.
No.
It died a death without the support, which is...
Hopefully NX is a lot better.
It's exactly what happened to the Dreamcast.
Yep.
No.
Not enough marketing for the Dreamcast. It's true.
The Dreamcast was amazing.
Exactly.
They tried to...
Anyone who
They
had a
tried to
Dreamcast
remarket it.
knew it was amazing, didn't they?
I've still
Yeah.
got my Dreamcast.
I know you have, I hate
saying.
you so much. Yeah,
I
but
nearly
have you-
bought a
Have you got
Dreamcast.
Shenmue on it though?
No,
Did you
because
ever-
I'm not willing to spend like 40 quid on it.
Did you never play Shenmue?
I did play Shenmue, yeah.
Oh, that was
I nearly bought a Dreamcast the other day.
that was my childhood right there, Shenmue. Oh.
It was so good, and Shenmue 2 wasn't all that great. As far as I
Yeah,
remember.
that's because it was on
We've
Xbox,
gotten
though.
really sidetracked.
Yeah.
Tangent again!
This is a conversational podcast. It can lead anywhere, guys. It can
It's a
even
gaming
lead on to
podcast.
Space Quidditch.
Space
Space
Quidditch,
Quidditch.
exactly. So, but yes, see that we have reverted back to talking
Space
podcasting
Quidditch.
again. I think Space Quidditch. I think we should call it an end to the episode there, guys. Unfortunately,
Space Quidditch.
Space Quidditch.
No Space Quidditch.
Space Quidditch. Space Quidditch. So yes,
This podcast should be called Space Quidditch. Just saying.
that is going to be the title of the podcast.
That
Space
has to be
Quidditch.
the title.
Space Quidditch. Everyone's gonna be like, "What the fuck? It's supposed to be a No Man's Sky podcast."
Space Quidditch.
Okay.
About that.
I'm gonna put this clip right at the beginning, so everyone's gonna be like, "What?" So yes,
Like a little outtakes reel.
yeah, it's gonna be that bit
has
where
to
you know it drags them in a little bit, like, "Oh, what's going on there?" And then you know they've got to listen to the whole podcast until they find out right at the end.
Space Quidditch.
Yeah,
Space Quidditch.
it's just gonna be us random saying "Space Quidditch, Space Quidditch."
Space Quidditch.
But yes, Kieran Craig, thank you so much for joining me this week. If Craig will,
thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank
It's
you very
okay.
much.
No, it's okay. Thank you.
Absolutely
thank you.
grand to have been in this podcast with you.
Well, we will see you again soon, won't we?
Maybe you will.
And like I said, make sure you check both these guys out. Craig's awesomeness is pure mind-blowing.
Well,
Thank you very much.
questionable, mind-blowing, but yes, mind-blowing nonetheless.
Right, you're barred now. Craig is God. Do you even Craig, bro?
I don't, Craig. Craigs.
Oh, in fact, you know what? I'm going to implement Craig's new fame into the thumbnail of this podcast as well. His new meme. Guys, I'm gonna like I said, I'm gonna leave all everyone's links and everything in the description below. Make sure you check them out. Thank you so much for listening, guys. And from me to you, I will see you next time.